2017 has been an absolutely stacked year for game releases, spanning so many different genres, and in this video, we'll be going over the top 10 best games of 2017 so far. Keep in mind that this video is being recorded at the end of August, so anything that releases in September and beyond will not be present in this list. With that being said, let's get right into this. Number 10, Injustice 2. Injustice was a great fighting game, and Injustice 2 makes the overall experience far better. Mechanically, the core elements of the game are very similar with some minor adjustments. Content-wise, the game is absolutely loaded, and even if you're playing solo, the game has a lengthy campaign that has a very good story. And it's a great experience even if you aren't the most ardent fighting game fan. With all of the improvements the game made, it's one of the best sequels you'll come around.
Into the jungle. I collect worlds.
Ready for some slapstick?
What comes next, mere mortals cannot stop.
How do I beat him? You can't.
Earth's time is up.
Number 9, Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 serves as the prequel to the Yakuza franchise, so if you've never played previous games, this is a great entry point. A lot of people will draw resemblance to Grand Theft Auto, but Yakuza is much more than just a Grand Theft Auto knockoff. The story is very mature and engaging, progression and growth is very well done, and Yakuza 0 is considered by many to be the best game in the franchise, so the fact that it is a prequel, it's a great starting point and introduction to a criminally underrated franchise. Number 8, Mario Kart Deluxe. Mario Kart has been one of the go-to Nintendo franchises, and with the Switch's release and not all too many people having a Wii U, bringing Mario Kart 8 to the Switch was a good idea, and it coming in the form of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe makes it even better. The revamped battle mode was great, and there was so many new areas as well as gameplay refinements. Also, you had 5 additional characters too. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a fantastic game made even better. Number 7, NIOH. NIOH is a samurai action RPG in the Souls vein. It takes place in the early 1600s during a fictional version of the Sengoku period when Japan was in the midst of a civil war. Graphically, the game is great, the combat is fluid and satisfying, and the game is difficult, but definitely manageable. The setting and use of Japanese lore helps with the atmosphere of the game. For those of you that love the Souls games or the setting captures your interest, give NIOH a look, it's a great action RPG. Number 6, Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil was one of those franchises that had a long history to it, so whenever a new game is released, there would always be some level of excitement, but recent games, while not bad, haven't had that Resident Evil essence we've known. That changed with Resident Evil 7, which brought back that horrific atmosphere and excellent storytelling. Visually, the game was great and beautifully designed. For those of you that have lost some faith in the franchise, RE7 might win you back, so give it a look.
Daddy's coming. We need to go. We need to go now.
What the fuck are you?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. Ethan, you gotta get out of that house.
Number 5, Prey. Prey is the reimagining of the 2006 Prey game. This entry was developed by Arcane Studios, the same studio that puts out the excellent Dishonored games. Prey is a sci-fi single-player first-person shooter, and while it doesn't have a multiplayer component, it is filled with content. It features a Metroidvania style of progression and exploration in that as you find more abilities and items, you're able to fully explore the station in a pseudo-open world. It has great storytelling that's very engaging, and it's very atmospheric. Prey is one of those games that by the end of the year, a lot of people will probably forget about, but you shouldn't because it's really good.
Understand what you can do.
Warning, this is a station-wide emergency. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We can fight the invasion. If I can't save us, I'm taking every last one of them with me.
Number 4, Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games is one of Sony's top studios. Their popularity came from the sci-fi first-person shooter franchise and Killzone, but they decided to step away from that to create Horizon Zero Dawn, a post-apocalyptic action RPG set in a world filled with mech-like creatures. And it's such an interesting game. While not perfect, it's a breath of fresh air in world and gameplay design. The story is very interesting, and the world that Guerrilla has created sets the foundation for incredible potential in future entries. But as far as the first game goes, it's one of the best PS4 exclusives without a doubt. Number 3, NieR Automata. NieR Automata was a follow-up that I don't think many people expected to see. NieR was a very good game with its clear flaws. It performed poorly from a commercial standpoint. NieR Automata fixed the issues with the original game while retaining everything that made it great. Now that the game was developed by Platinum, the issue of the lackluster gameplay was completely fixed, and the gameplay is your fast-paced, high-octane Platinum fare. The music, storytelling, and design of the game are absolutely top-notch, and NieR Automata was one of the many great JRPGs released this year. Number 2, Persona 5. Another great JRPG was Persona 5, and Persona is a franchise that those that have played it have absolutely loved, but it never got the attention it really deserved. Persona 5 seemingly changed that, possibly because you can make a legitimate argument for this being the best JRPG ever created. The gameplay, design, storytelling, characters, it's all at an extremely high level, and it doesn't falter in any area. Content-wise, it's absolutely loaded, and you can end up spending over 100, 150, even 200 hours in the game, and there's reason to go back and play through it multiple times. It's a terrific game, well worth your time and money.
To steal the core of their desires, their treasure. Can't believe it! This place is full of shadows! We've got our sights set on them. The timing's up to you. The shadows are ready to kill. Be careful, Joker.
Persona.
Joker took one out! If you talk to them when they're cornered, they might offer money or items. Holy! Does that mean you can wield multiple personas?
Persona change! Chisa! Go down!
If you pass the baton, you can hit the foe's weaknesses.
Let's go, Captain! Just stay there. All right, time for some pain.
This'll
Slam!
The Phantom Thieves will yield to no one, no matter who they are.
Finally, number 1, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda is quite possibly the most consistent franchise in terms of delivering amazing game after amazing game with each outing. And it's hard to imagine how Nintendo can top themselves each time, but Breath of the Wild is once again an absolutely amazing game and one of the greatest games ever created. The open-ended design that allows so much more exploration, it raises the bar on game design. The gameplay is terrific, visually it looks great, and the game is a return to form for Nintendo. If you have a Switch or a Wii U, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild absolutely must be in your library. So that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 games released in 2017 so far. What do you think? What were your favorite games of 2017 so far? Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.